Patrick Hannafin. Welcome to my YouTube video today. I'm here in Huntington Beach down at the ocean. Got a bunch of things to show you. If you enjoyed my video, please leave me a like and subscribe, and any comments or suggestions you have. And I hope you had a beautiful Thanksgiving. And I'll show you where I am right here. I'm right across the street from the Paseo Hotel, and then right next to that is the Pacific City Shopping Center. This goes down a couple blocks. It's really large, but not super tall. It's just a couple of stories. They build it nice, with just a lot of Huntington Beach kind of beachy ocean style. And then over here is the Hilton Hotel. They just built a second tower onto it. And then down the street is the Hyatt Hotel. Just a beautiful, it's only maybe 4 stories, but it's just such a beautiful hotel. And what you're seeing right in front of you here, this has been here a long time. I love this. This is a surfing statue. And what I think is cool is, how many cities do you see a statue of a surfer? You know, this is Huntington Beach, Surf City, and the beautiful sky behind us. And yeah, this is called an off the lip. That was a big, red hot move when this statue was made. Now it's pretty tame. People on longboards, the longer surfboards, can even do a move like that now. And anyway, the hotels are right across the street here. This is Pacific Coast Highway, and then this way is the sand and the parking lot and the ocean. And then over here, a lot of people come down with their campers and just camp out on the beach. Just a beautiful place. And I was here just like a couple weeks ago, and I came down and they had a car show right here. I was so pleased, and my camera started going out of order. And it was such a bummer. They had the coolest cars. All these 50s cars restored. And it seems like everybody at the beach, if you look at them, they just all come down to have fun. They've got their special strollers, and they've got their surfboards, and their electric bicycles, and their skateboards, and their jogging. And it's just a beautiful place. And I can't believe that this weekend we're just kind of getting through COVID and everything, and then they announced they got the South African variant. I go, couldn't you let the Thanksgiving weekend go by anyway before you told us that? They said today, if there were like 1,000 people yesterday that were infected and 2,000 today, they're banning all the flights, all the different countries from South Africa now, which is a shame because they were so nice and told us about it immediately, and then we have to ban them. But really, there's no other choice what to do. These are little pedal cars you can rent. I don't know if they're electric or not. Pretty cool. Giant surfboard there, and snack shops and bicycle rentals. And then way up the strip here is the Huntington Beach Pier. And there's a lot of, there's Catalina in the background. And then there's cargo ships. They're still waiting to unload for Christmas. There's maybe, like, I can only see maybe 6 or 8 right here on this side of the pier. On the other side of the pier, there's a lot more. And we had the Santa Ana winds yesterday, and it's still kind of windy today. In fact, I was watching the news, and they showed a picture of a guy, and they said wind victim. I'm going, wind victim? Is he going into the hospital? Yeah, my lips are all chapped. Oh, man. So anyway, there's just all kinds of things going on, and I don't want to talk about anything too heavy this weekend, but you know, they say in a week or two the stores are going to start really running low on stuff, so I want to warn you on that. I almost went to Walmart this morning at 5 a.m. They had the Black Friday, and I don't really like to shop at Walmart. I have one thing there, it's called Shave Secret. Greatest thing in the world to shave with. Just a little oil you put on your face, and you get such a clean shave. That way I only have to shave every day or two. But I got up about 4:30. I woke up and I'm going, I don't want to go to Walmart at 5 a.m. And my camera doesn't film too well in the dark. And I have a little spotlight I can put on it, but I don't really want to shine a spotlight at people's faces at 5 a.m. And I go, okay, I'm going to skip that. But anyway, it's Black Friday today. And this is where I'm walking now. It's just the sidewalk. It's real nice and smooth right along the beach here. And there's the campers up here, and they have restrooms and all that for the people. And across the street is shopping and all kinds of little restaurants where you can sit on a patio and just look at the water. And then there's the Huntington Pier up ahead here. You know, what made me think a little bit this weekend was I was reading a lot of letters that people have written about, you know, there's like 10% of people in America are doing really well. They own stocks and their houses have gone up. And they've probably taken out a mortgage on their house or refinanced it and bought a new car, and they're doing great. They don't see a problem. And then there's like 10% of the people that are really doing horrible. I mean, honestly, it's just sad. I mean, they don't have enough money for food, and they're eating one meal a day, deciding between food and medicine. And every day they wait for that, they hear about the stimulus, you know, with the government. The government's on vacation, the Senate, this week. They come back for about a week, and I think they take 6 weeks off after that for Christmas. And, you know, they get a huge salary and all kinds of kickbacks from their sponsors. And to me, it's just like, I mean, everybody has different points of view, but I just don't see that they care about people. And that really saddens me. And I appreciate all the people that make YouTube videos and talk about the stimulus, and they all have some good information. But at the same time, they get people's hopes up, and I don't know if that money is ever going to come through. You know, the people that on Social Security, that used to be worth some money. When they earned it, they paid in, and now Social Security, you know, they get $700, $800 a month. They can't buy anything. You can't even rent a one-bedroom apartment for that, let alone all the costs and the things you have to buy. And it's just sad. And I think since the government printed all that money, and they're printing like 25% of that money in a year, and so your money's worth 25% less, you know, and the costs have gone up another 20% at least. Really, when you think about, come on, everything has. I mean, houses have gone up 20% all across the nation, you know. Used cars between 26 and 35%. Coffee went up 80%, turkeys went up 20%. You know, even TVs, they're not going up as much, but even they went up like 8%. It's just crazy, you know. And I mean, you know what gas is? Gas has gone up over 60% this year. And it's just, the government needs to step in and help people. They ruin people's money with all this printing, and they need to give people some extra money back, you know. And then they also need to get the money from taxing rich people that don't pay any money, you know, tax. I don't think that's right. You know, I don't think you need to gouge people, but at the same time, they need to pay some tax. And they, you know, they have their corporate sponsors and all these people that want to put the big tax on the rich people. All of a sudden, they talk real big, but when it comes right down to it, they don't vote for it at all. It's been going on that way forever. I mean, I don't care if you're a Democrat or you're a Republican. Come on, show a little mercy for people and help them out. And you know, it just, I mean, how do you live on yourself taking all this corporate money from horrible companies that do things with coal and all this stuff that's outdated, and then I don't know, you just got to help people and be a nice person, you know. I just feel like it's almost criminal, you know. You look at these senators, they're worth $135 million, you know. How much did they have when they came in? Oh, hardly anything. Well, where did they get all that money? Their corporate sponsors, and then they invested it inside on the stock market. It's just not right. So that's my 2 cents on that. Anyway, look how nice this is down here. All people on their bicycle riding along the boardwalk. There's the cargo ships. Can't wait for them to get unloaded so you can actually see Catalina Island again. I feel so fortunate to live here in California. Even with our high tax rate and all the stuff, it's just fun to go down here and you see people with their dogs and their scooters and their boogie boards, and you take your shoes off and walk along and put your feet in the ocean, and it's just nice. You know, and people in some parts of the nation are shoveling snow right now. We're riding cruiser bikes with big wide tires and bouncing along the sidewalk and have our shirts off and getting a little suntan. And but I realize that a lot of the nation isn't doing that well too, and they're having a lot of problems. And I mean, heating oil, I think it went up like 60% this winter. And you know, in winter people use a lot more oil too. You know, it's just, I don't know. I think the government has to really work and help people and make some allowances. That's my 2 cents on it. And policeman here, slowing down, looking to see if somebody's sleeping in there that maybe shouldn't. You know, I don't know. I mean, what's going on here? Turning around, making a U. I guess those are those little cars. I guess you pedal them. I don't know if they have a battery in that helps you pedal or not. Skateboarders, scooter. The pier's real fun to walk out on too, and they have all kinds of cool shops around and down the main street and all that. Anyway, I just wanted to come down here and show you this nice area, and just all of us remember how blessed we are in life. There's so many things. I don't care if you're living in a one-bedroom apartment or sharing it, and you're sleeping in a single little bed and you just have enough food to get by. You still have food. You still have a place to live. There's all kinds of government programs. So let me just talk about that really quick. If you are having problems, in California there's a number you can call. I think it's 211, and you can tell them what you're having problems with and what help you need, and they will try to line you up with the right agency. But like there's what is there? Like LIHEAP, LIHEAP. That will help you with your utility bills, and sometimes they have more money than others. So if they tell you they're out of money right now, just call them back every month or so, until they have it, and they will help you. They'll give you $500 or $1,000 towards your utilities. And they also have a weather stripping. I don't want to say weather. It's not really weather stripping. It's weather. It solves your weather problems around your seals in your house and all that, and they'll even replace your heater. And that's kind of connected with LIHEAP, but it's sort of separate too. And you can just Google that and find out how you can get weather protection for free. And look up the word grants. That's another great word to look up. Look up your state, your city, your county, and look up grants, and there'll be ways that you can get helped. And also, of course, there's a utility, your internet service, where they'll pay $50 to government on your internet every month if you're low income. And just type in free internet, and you'll find that, the government federal internet help. And there's a lot of programs there, and they're coming out with new ones all the time, and different states have different ones. California, low income, anybody that made less than $75,000 last year, or a family that made under $150,000, but each person got $500 in a check. Some of those are still going out. So there's a lot of things out there to help people, but you got to dig in a little bit and look for those yourself, and don't feel wrong about taking them. I mean, I look at it like any help you can get. Some people will get it in one way and some will get another way. I own a home and I have to make a mortgage every month, and some people got free rent for a year or a year and a half. But there's a lot of work to get in that program and all that, and a lot of those people, most of them really deserved it, couldn't go to work. I did stand-up comedy for 25, 30 years, and all of a sudden, all the clubs closed down. And you can't perform when people are wearing masks and sitting 6 feet apart, and the clubs are closed, and the banquet rooms are closed. I did a clean act, and the churches are closed. There was nowhere to perform, Unfortunately, I had enough money, I was okay. But if I'd been renting, boy, that free rent would have been so great to have had that. And we just got to all look out for each other. And that's my last little message. Just stay friends with everybody you know, and smile and look at people in the eye and care about them. If there's a way you can help them, do that and let them help you. And we're all in this together, and hopefully we'll all get through this together, and we're all blessed in one way or another. We have so much to be thankful for. So anyway, thank you guys for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments or suggestions about anything I've said or talked about, or you have your own thoughts on that, let me know. I'd love to hear them. Thank you so much. God bless.